Good morning and welcome to this morning's meditation. Please join with me in consciousness as we spend the next 15 minutes in affirmative meditation. I will do it in the first person, so please allow the words that I now speak to be the words of your own heart. Take a deep breath and just relax. Know that you are safe and just get comfortable. As I relax into this knowing, I know that I am deserving. I deserve all good. All good. I now allow myself to move past all the negative, restrictive thinking. I release and let go of limitations. I bless my parents. I love them and I go beyond them. I choose to have my own thoughts, my own beliefs, and move beyond that which I was taught. I have free will. I have the ability to choose. I know in my mind I have total freedom. I now choose to raise my consciousness. I am willing to see myself differently. I am willing to create new thoughts about myself and about my life. My new thinking becomes new experiences. I now know and affirm that I am at one with the prospering power of the universe. I now prosper in a number of ways. Unlimited possibilities lie before me. I deserve life. I deserve a good life. I deserve love, an abundance of love. I deserve good health, and I allow good health to be my reality. I deserve to live comfortably. I deserve to have more than enough money for everything that I choose. I deserve joy and happiness. I deserve freedom to be all that I can be. And I deserve even more than that. I deserve all good. The universe always says yes, and always manifests my new beliefs. I accept this prosperous life with joy, with pleasure, and with gratitude, for I am deserving. I accept it. I know it to be true. I am safe and secure at all times. Love surrounds me and protects me. I am filled with energy and enthusiasm. My body heals easily and rapidly. The world is a safe place. I know I am safe. I am at total peace with life. I am healthy and whole. Good health is mine now. I release all my past beliefs. Life loves and supports me. I live in a friendly universe. I am safe. My mind is at peace, and all is well, always. I allow life to flow through me. I allow life to flow through me as me, for I am a part of divine intelligence. Today, I am willing to move forward with ease, joy, and grace. I am gentle with my body. I love myself. I give myself permission to be well. I am responsible for my experiences. Every thought I think is creating my future. So today I choose to make my thoughts good ones, empowering ones, loving ones. I choose to let go of all of my patterns of resentment, criticism, guilt, and self-hatred, and love myself instead. I know I have thoughts, and I know my thoughts can be changed. I am the architect of my life and my thoughts. As I release the past and forgive everyone, I also choose to forgive myself. I approve of myself. I accept who I am. I accept that I am not broken. I do not need to be fixed. I am a perfect, divine being, just the way I am. I love myself. And I know my point of power is in this present moment. So right now, I choose to say, I love me. I am at peace. Every cell of my body is at peace. My thoughts are at peace. And from this peaceful place, loving others is easy. Loving me and accepting me is easy. I look at change and say, it's only change. I am safe. I notice my feelings and know that it is safe to express my feelings. I am at peace with myself and with all life. My inner vision is clear. I easily hear my inner voice, my gut feeling. I know it always tells me the truth. I am lovable, and everybody loves me. And I choose to love everyone as well, for it is always give and take. And I know as I give, I also receive. So I begin by loving me and blessing everyone in my life. I love who I am. My life is a success. I know it is unfolding even better and better every moment of every day. I choose to go beyond my old fears and limitations. I know everything is possible with God, and I am one with God. I experience life through me. And it's in this moment that I give myself permission to relax and allow. I am at peace. I release my stress with ease. I have the power and strength and knowledge to handle everything in my life. Love surrounds me, protects me, and nourishes me. I live in a friendly universe. All my good is always available to me. Right now, I choose to notice all my good. I radiate acceptance, and I am deeply loved by others. I know that as I am, the world shows up the same way. Today I choose to be a deliberate co-creator of my life. I choose joy, peace, prosperity, vitality, and amazing abundance in every way. It is mine now, and I say yes to it. In this moment, I allow and welcome change. I am open to the wisdom within. I relax into the flow of life and let life provide all that I need easily, comfortably. I deserve it. I am willing to create new thoughts about myself and my life. I am powerful and capable. I love and appreciate all of myself. I give myself permission to change. I take the time again to fully recognize that I am one with Spirit. This beautiful divine essence that permeates all things seen and unseen. And I am at the center of it. And I know that I am the architect of my life through all my deep-held feelings and beliefs. So it is in this moment that I am open and willing to change the beliefs that no longer serve me. With a grateful, grateful heart, that all of the insights come to me easily and gracefully. I release the how to Spirit. I know it is already done. I rejoice in this knowing. Gratefully I release. And I breathe in the breath of life. And I let go everything unlike it. I am supported. I am safe. I am prosperous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is.
I can hear that small voice whispering in my ear, saying God is all there is. So I listen from the heart, a place where love resides. It's all I am inside. Then I remember with God all things are possible. And it's up to me to open my eyes and see I'm one with the whole, to love and to know God. When I am still, I see the truth of me. I move to a higher place of peace and serenity. I look all around me, oh, love is my destiny. There's nothing that can stop me, it's self-discovery. I see, oh, only joy and the beauty in me. And I know when I release and let go, see only God is love, and I know there's only one. I know there's only one. I know there's only one. There's only one. I know there's only one. I know there's only one. I know there's only one. When I am still, I know that God is near. I can feel His healing power flowing through me as me. And then I see the best in me. I live in God as me. I'm so thankful, celebrate, know the truth, and know there's only one. I know there's only one. When I become still. I know that I am wise, powerful, and free. This is my truth of me. I know that I know myself grow and know so much more, and see the beauty in every living thing, the flowers and the trees, the love that you and me. It's all there is, and oh, I can grow and know so much more. Today's the day to know that I am healed. Let the love within be revealed. See, I can do anything that I wanna do. I can be anything that I wanna be. There's nothing holding me. I am free to be all I can be. Now I see and know that I am whole. So come on and step right in, and just find the strength within. Oh, to know and let go and know there's only one power, only one love, only one peace that lives within. See, I'm so excited. I'm one with all there is. I'm one with His presence within. So I celebrate my power and my glory. It's like the air I breathe. Love refreshes me deep down inside. I know that it's real. I'm alive, awake and aware. God's love is everywhere. It's in me, it's in you, it's infinite, it's everywhere. So today I give myself permission to grow and grow and know. I know so much Oh, yeah, I know much more than I think. There's nothing I need to find. All I need is right where I am. So I let God's love surround me. I am wrapped in the arms of the one. And I see nature's beauty all around me. I feel, I know, I am. I know I'm one with the power. I'm one with the glory. It lives inside of me. I don't have to worry, never fear. My mind is clear. I know my faith is strong. I'm right where I belong. I know just who I am. And so I celebrate and know God is all there is. God is all there is. I know God is all there is. God is all there is. Speak my word. God is all there is. God is all there is. I know God is all there is. God is all there is.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Hamilton, and welcome to everyone who's joining us online, whether you're doing it today or you see us later. we are happy that everybody is here with us today. My name is Marcia Daly, and I'm your presider. And I'd like to share that 10% of everything that we receive goes out to bless our community. So this quarter, we're blessing Food for Kids Ontario and Unity Canada. So the fourth Sunday of every month is the Sunday for the kids. So we're going to ask them to come in, if they're there, and sing the usual song. Yes. Here they are.
Hello. Great to see you. Is there anybody else? Oh, yes. Hi. Come on up. Hello. Are we ready to sing our favorite song?
I am who I am. I am who I am. Who I am is just perfect. I am who I am. I have all I need here inside of me. I start each new day. And I remember to say, I am who I am. I am who I am. Who I am is just perfect. I am who I am. I don't have to worry. I have all I need. I start each new day, and I remember to say, I am who I am. I am who I am. Who I am is just perfect. I am who I am. If I'm feeling worried, I take a deep breath. I start each new day, and I remember to say, I am who I am. I am who I am. Who I am is just perfect. I am who I am. Who I am is just perfect. I am who I am.
Well, thank you. I think there's a wonderful program for you guys today. So Joan and Lydia are going to lead you into the area where you're going to be creating. And we'll see you later. My goodness, they bring such a beautiful energy to the place, don't they? So I'm Reverend Anna Hokangas, for those of you online that perhaps don't know me. Join with me in this opening prayer. And know that there is only one thing going on here, and it is spirit. It is everything seen and unseen. And so I speak my word in the first person present tense to remember that. And as I breathe and relax, I know deep at the core of my being that I am always fully supported. I know that I am always exactly where I'm supposed to be. And that coincidences are actually natural occurrences based on the vibration of who I am. So with a grateful heart, I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is. great song by Faith Rivera and Emilio Zarvis.
Peace is the promise I make today. There's nothing greater for me to say than to lay down my fears, lay down unhappiness, and surrender to the peace I choose today. Peace is the gift that I give today. No easy shortcuts. Peace is the way. I will lay down my pride, lay down self-righteousness, and surrender to the peace I choose today. My all, I give my love. Peace is the reason we're here today. No accident, we've been called by name, called to lay down our lives, stand up for greater good, and surrender to the peace we choose today. Peace we choose today. Peace we bring today. Peace we live for today. Peace today. Peace today.
The absolute word for today is world peace. And the affirmation, I live my vision for a peaceful world. To bring about peace in the world, I focus my attention to my first reaction when I feel I have been treated unjustly. I do not deny my feelings, but neither do I allow anger, envy, or other negative feelings to take control of my response. I feel my feelings as I remain committed to living the truth I know. Regardless of behavior, every person is fully divine, expressing their humanity from their divinity. I draw upon my divine faculties of love, faith, strength, and the principle of peace to guide my next steps. No matter how another responds, I remain ever centered in my inherent divinity. My efforts make a difference. Peace between individuals creates peace within families, in communities, and among the nations of the world.
I'm grateful to learn the truth. I've listened to the words my heart has spoken. Divinely blessed and guided, I no longer search fulfillment from excuses with no purpose. I am free, free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change, to love and fold my destiny. I am free. I left the veils that shadowed me. I see the love and beauty that abounds me. No longer cling to thoughts I thought protected me. I've breathed it all, and now I live with purpose. I am free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change, to love and fold my destiny. I am free. I bless my past mistakes. Bless all the scars they've made. I bless them all, the lessons learned. They brought me where I am today. I am free from all the shackles that surround me,
beautiful. So I'm talking about silence today, and I thought we could just sit here for half an hour in silence. But that wouldn't be very entertaining, would it? And so I thought about all of the different ways that silence has been a part of my life, as a tool, actually. And even in learning how to public speak, one of the sessions, there were 12 sessions or something. One of the sessions was to be a public speaker is to be comfortable in the silence and look at the audience. And so for that entire class, we needed to just make eye contact without saying anything when it was our turn to do that. And for many, it was really difficult because silence can be uncomfortable, right? And especially in that case, when you've got all these people waiting for you to say something. So when is silence golden, and when is it better to speak up? And that's what I'd like to look at today. So to speak or not to speak, it's about healing, freedom, caring, compassion, and love. And how that fits into Unity Principles is that as we become more deliberate creators in our life, I think it's important to recognize the words we use, the thoughts we have, and when to use them, and why we're using them. So if we can control the words we say, and the conversations are limited to more encouraging and positive things, we author a better experience for everyone through our words. And that's true, isn't it? I mean, I've been around people who are unfiltered, maybe is a good way to say it. And they're proud of the fact that they're unfiltered because they were filtered up to that point, which was a shame, because then the unfiltered becomes almost too much. And so how do you find the balance? That's the thing. I like this one. Opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody's got one. I thought that was a nicer way of putting it than the other phrase that goes around. You may know it. So I'd like to look at silence, then speaking out, and then about gossip. So have you ever fallen into the trap of walking away from a conversation and saying, I should have said something, and you didn't? Or walking away from a conversation going, oh, why did I say anything? And we've been there too. So let's analyze that. So the idea of silence is golden is that there are times that really are about silence. Silence is golden only in particular times, not always. So why does silence feel so uncomfortable? I know if you're with a very close friend or someone you're comfortable with, you can be silent for hours, and it's okay. And if you're with someone that you don't know, in certain circumstances you can be silent. Like let's say you're at a theater and you're sitting next to someone you don't know. You can be quiet and it's not uncomfortable. But in other situations, like if you're sitting at a dining room table with somebody you don't know and it's silent, there's something very uncomfortable about that, isn't there? Unless you're the kind of person who pipes up and starts talking right away to fill the void. So silence can feel like the loudest thing in the world. And it's easy to assume that pauses mean that there's something wrong, which is why you might associate silence with awkwardness, boredom, and even rejection. And yet, that's just assuming that that's what's going on. So some people, especially those who experience anxiety or ADHD or trauma, actually feel very unsafe when it gets too quiet. And I don't know why that is, but it has to do with that kind of an issue. And in these cases, silence can almost act like a spotlight that magnifies every thought and feeling. So I guess that's the answer there, is that there's a need to be distracted because the feeling inside is so uncomfortable. And if that's the case for you, then understand that that's normal and that's okay. And if you feel a little or a lot of discomfort with silence, it's important to understand why. When you do, you can start to invite more calm into your life. So is there anybody here who's uncomfortable with silence in certain circumstances? Nobody here. I just happen to be facing you. So when you're standing in front of the judge. Sentencing, yes, yes. And isn't it interesting also, when you're around certain authority figures, there can be real discomfort in silence or a new experience. So silence speaks much louder than the words that we could ever speak. So it's all about timing, actually. Timing has everything to do with when we say things and when we shouldn't. Would you agree with that? The time when to decide. So do I want to interject my thoughts right now on this conversation, which very likely is going to create dissension in our discussion, or is it right now not the time? Have you had those thoughts going on in your head? Oh boy, would I like to say something. I know one of the hardest things I had to learn was to be fully focused and listen and not plan what I was going to say next. To be present with someone, which is a form of silent listening, actually. Because if you've ever been with someone who you know is just chomping at the bit to start to speak, even though you're still speaking, it's even hard to concentrate on what you want to say because you know they want to jump in. So how about news and politics? All we hear are the negatives and the criticizing of one another and nothing about the issues often, and especially if there are elections happening. So let's look at speaking out. It's really about your motives, the idea of questioning or asking questions of the authority in our life. Now think about that. The idea of questioning or asking questions. Now, can you bring up in your mind a time when you knew somebody was questioning your motives? They didn't even have to ask the question. And there's a real uncomfortable feeling there, isn't there, when someone's questioning you rather than asking questions. The purpose behind speaking or your motives is actually very important. And what is my motive or what is my purpose is the question to ask when I'm going to be quiet or when I'm going to speak. Why am I saying this is another question to ask. Is this to further me or is it to gain my own adoration? Because sometimes, and I've been there too, we just say things because it's just kind of nice to say. We're making noise. Is it for people to recognize me and my thinking patterns, or is it to help educate people? Why do we speak? We often laugh about my husband's grandfather, and Randy's getting to be a lot like that, where he didn't want to tell anyone anything. He just wanted to hear what they had to say. He wanted to know everything about them, and it wasn't really that important what he had going on. And so he was very silent in the end, in his later years. And though Randy can be a chatty guy, he spends a lot of time listening too. So is it to help bring out another perspective, perhaps, when you speak? Is it brought up so we simply take a moment to think? It's very important to evaluate what the purpose is of sharing at any given time. I've often asked someone after they've been on a long tirade about something, what do you want me to do with this information? Have you ever felt like that? Like they've just needed to vent. If they had started off with, I just need to vent, I could have sat back and let them vent. But I was listening for the punchline or something. So, yeah. So this is something that I think is Buddhist, actually. Is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? So when you go to say anything and you're not really quite sure whether you should say or shouldn't say, ask yourself, is this statement true? Is it a kind thing to say? And is it necessary at this point? It's a great guideline. The idea of questioning or asking questions of an authority in our life. I can't think of an example for myself, but I can certainly remember times where I had an authority in my life. And rather than coming out and asking me a question, they were questioning my motives. And it would have been so much more comfortable if they had asked the question outright. It's almost a bit like passive aggressive, I think you would call it, when someone's questioning rather than asking questions. It's the one thing to challenge a friend and a coworker or a peer, but when it comes to someone who's of authority, are you uncomfortable? Who might that be and why? Imagine yourself driving down the road and you haven't done anything wrong, and a police officer pulls you over. Would you feel intimidated? Would you feel the sense of that authority? Or would you say, "Hi, man, how are you doing? Is there anything in particular you'd like from me?" Most of us don't respond that way, though, do we? With an authority figure. It's right away, "I wonder what I did wrong." So when confrontation involves your supervisor or a parent or a teacher or even a religious leader, I don't know, that didn't make sense, I'm sorry. Do you have second thoughts about speaking up? I don't anymore. Maybe it's the pleasure of being older. Maybe it's the being more comfortable in my own skin. So think about it. Is there anybody on that list, or maybe more than that list, that you might be uncomfortable speaking up with? There are people in relationships that won't bring things up because they're afraid of what the consequences might be. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship like that. And yet there are a lot of people who are. Or can't say that, it might blow up. Well, then let it blow up because it's supposed to. I know that sounds crass, but instead of dealing with our doubts, do you fall into the trap of misguided silence, like you just don't say anything, leading to gossip, resentment, murmuring, or anger? A lot less for me these days. How about you? So to avoid failing to speak up when we should, let's examine the difference between questioning and asking questions. So questioning will be viewed as an attack and a negative interaction to an authority. You're questioning their authority by how you pose the question. You may have even posed a really innocent question, but they take it as being questioning. Have you ever had that? Asking questions will be perceived as curiosity or a desire to gain more knowledge or understanding. And there's a fine line there because you cannot control how somebody responds to whatever you're going to say. But maybe if somebody's asking you a question and you're taking it as questioning, maybe stop for a moment and say, "Did I just have a button pushed I didn't realize I had?" Not all forms of questioning are in the form of a question. It could be a statement. It's questioning when the motive is to create disunity or to override another person's opinion with your own, or to prove a point, or to simply create confusion or conflict. And that is that passive-aggressive kind of behavior that we call that. Questioning is confrontational. It's filled with suspicion and lack of trust and accusation that puts the other person on the defensive. One type of questioning is persisting. You know, when you feel the need, somebody already knows, but you bring it up again and again and again. Are you sure?
and again. That's a form of questioning that really is confrontation. Come on, like, I'm an adult, I know this already. So here's an example of persistent. You don't understand, or you aren't listening. Or let me say it another way. One of the things that, in working with people all the years that I have, that I found is, if someone doesn't feel I have heard them, then they will say it over and over again in as many ways as they can. And so I then notice that it's either my body language, or they feel somehow in how I'm looking at them or not looking at them, that they're not being heard, and I need to address it. Have you ever noticed that? Like when I was much younger, if I was talking to you, for instance, Diane, and you started to look down at your hands, maybe you picked up your phone and you were looking at your phone while I'm talking about something really important, I would literally stop talking. I figure, hey, she doesn't care what I have to say, so I'm going to stop. And in most cases, they didn't even say, oh, what was it you were going to say? So they had tuned out already. And I found that so insulting because I thought what I had to say was important, you know? Have you ever experienced that? So here's an idea. To front load your answer before answering. And what that means is that if you are dealing with someone who you know is going to automatically think you're questioning them rather than asking them a question, to give them more information in advance. That's what it means to front load something. So say, are you ready for the answer that I'm going to give you? That kind of prepares them like, ooh, I better pay attention. Or, and what if it isn't the one that you expect? That's front loading it too. Will you be okay with it even if I don't agree? You know, or you say to someone, do you like my outfit? Do you really want to know? That's kind of front loading it, right? But that's also telling them you probably don't. But also to give them time to think it through. And even if it doesn't work, the ground rules have been established. You've at least given the other person the opportunity to not feel as though they're being bulldozed into something. So challenging is another form of questioning. The other has already made up their mind. I can think of conversations that I'm having with someone where you just know there is nothing you can say that's going to change their mind. So why even bother? That's when you can say, do you really want to know my opinion? Because it doesn't sound like you do. Ask yourself before, what is my motive in questioning this person? And here's some approaches to asking questions. The difference is your attitude and your desire to truly hear the answer. Do you believe it's okay to ask questions of your leaders and authorities? I remember a time when, you just didn't ask the professionals. You expected them to just do it all for you. And today we live in a very different time, don't we? We tell them we want to partner with you, like even our doctors. I want you to work with me. I'm not here for you to tell me what to do. I want to work with you. And that should be the same for all professionals that we deal with, I think. So how do I approach them, and what is the attitude or motive? I'm very much a partnership kind of person now. Are you? Do I want them to admit they're wrong? Oh, yes. But I also need to be willing to admit that I'm wrong. And am I desiring to be educated in their point of view? Is another question. Yes. Because sometimes I might be wrong, or I hadn't considered that. Am I okay if they don't see it the way that I do? And, or do I need to convince them, or that I'm correct? And those are thoughts, I think, that can go through your mind in a millisecond. All of them. So is it that you like to ask questions and like to hear the viewpoints that other people have? Yeah? I know my husband Randy is very much that way. He asks questions because he really truly wants to know. He might sound as though he's kind of pushing for the right answer, but he's not. He wants to know what you're thinking. Or is it to clear up confusion? Or to share another perspective? Or to help another person see another viewpoint? I remember when I was a very young kid in school, and the teacher, and I don't know why I would do this, but the teacher would say something and I knew that most of the room didn't understand what she was trying to say. So I would ask a very leading, front-loaded question to help the teacher to explain it to the kids. Now, why did I think I needed to do that? I have no idea. But I seem to have this ability to recognize when someone wasn't on the same page. Are you like that? So is your motive to be self-serving and focus on your rights and point of view? Sometimes. Absolutely. So what about gossip? What is it anyway? And when is it okay to talk about other people? If I asked you to go all week without talking about another person, could you do it? Some of you are nodding. And others, that's the only thing they talk about. They'd be like, oh, I guess I'll be silent this week. So with social media and things today, gossip is really different than it was 20, 30 years ago. There's actually a lot of really fun things about the way we communicate in social media. And there's also a lot of bullying that goes on in social media. So have you ever been sucked into the topics that are being discussed? It wasn't even in your peripheral vision. You really didn't want to, but the topic was so compelling. And even though you didn't know all the information, you get sucked into it. Have you ever taken what other people are saying as truth and it began to spread within you? You know, let's say it's someone you hardly know and they tell you a story about this person and it paints a negative picture in your mind. And you start to see them differently, and yet you haven't even really met them. It can be really quite insidious, can't it? So what we say, our words that we say, can really influence the people around us in ways that aren't always something that we're aware of. Everyone has had something negative said about them, that's true. Or has had something negative, or has said something negative about another person. That's true. It'd be nice to think that people only love us and say nice things, but they don't. And we don't always either, or at least I don't. I see all these nice halos out there. You guys are so good. And this thing about online bullying, because a person is sort of anonymous, not really, but sort of anonymous, because they don't have to see them face to face. There's apparently a lot of online bullying because people are much more open about their lives. I haven't experienced it, but I've heard about a lot of it. So did you know that gossip that you hear is even more dangerous to you and to your psyche than the gossip that you say? Because it paints a picture in your mind and you make a decision about that you've heard that isn't based on fact. It's based on what somebody has told you. And you may be totally wrong. By hearing it, you have preconceived notions before you know the whole story. So if you hear something, you know, like from a boss, somebody's frustrated about their community or about their neighbors, ask them, is it true? Was it necessary? Is it kind? Little tips on how to deal with people who are gossiping around you. I love this part. Imagine somebody is telling you about somebody that you both know about something that they said or did. So you can imagine that. And you're thinking, gosh, that just doesn't sound like them. Imagine saying to that person, you know what? That sounds really harsh. You know, I'm going to go and check with Tommy and see what he has to say about that, because it really doesn't sound like him. It'd be interesting to see how that other person reacts. Call them on it. So why do we gossip? Sometimes because we're wounded and hurt. We feel as though if putting somebody else down elevates us somehow or something. We end up saying something negative about them to share our own wounds and hurts. You've heard that saying, hurt people hurt people. Wanting to build ourselves up sometimes, gossiping. It's like, see how much better I am because I know all this information. Wanting people to respond to us and like us. I mean, we really are creatures of wanting to be liked. We really are. And we're prone to some of these crazy behaviors because of that. The old saying, you put down another person to build yourself up. I don't think there's a time when you can put down other person that you're not really attempting to put yourself in an elevated position. Would you agree with that? Sometimes people just like to hear themselves talk. I know people like that. Oh my goodness. When I was in the beauty business, I would work with 12 to 20 people a day. And some of them, that was their one opportunity to be fully available to be listened to. And they spoke from the moment they sat down to the moment that they left, and they didn't ask a single question of me. They were just wanting to speak and to be heard. And I knew that that was my role, to just hear them. I remember one lady at the end of an hour and a half with her, and she turned around as she was leaving with her coat on and her hat on and her purse over her shoulder. Oh, and by the way, how are you? As she's running out the door. And I remember thinking to myself, that was my job today, was to be a listener, to be silent. So you've been on every side of the issue, making accusations, hearing accusations, and being the brunt of accusations. Questions. How can I be a light in the world when I'm speaking negatively? You can't. Am I questioning, or am I asking a question? And then say to yourself, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? So, was this better than being silent for 30 minutes? And do you have a clearer idea about speaking out and perhaps about gossip? Maybe you didn't hear anything new today. And that's okay. Maybe it just went deeper. So if we can control the words that we say and the conversations are limited to more encouraging and positive things, we create a better world through our words. Because opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody's got one. Because I'm worthy. Yes.
People try to tell me who I'm supposed to be, but now I know the truth, and that the truth has set me free. complete and I know what I'm worth. They can tell me I'm lazy, tell me I'm fat. I can give them my power, but I know better than that. I'm a child of love here on this earth. I'm whole and I'm complete, and I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth when push comes to shove. Know what I'm worth. I am a beacon of love. Know what I'm worth. I'm an angel of light, shining, shining, shining so bright. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I would compare myself to everyone I see. I didn't know the power in me, but when I need a shot, that's the word I say. I'm whole and I'm complete, and I know what I'm worth. Say no to anyone who tries to judge me. I say yes to my own divinity. Just the way of being feels like rebirth. I'm whole and I'm complete. Oh,
Divinity,
feels like rebirth. I'm whole and I'm complete, and I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth when push comes to shove. Know what I'm worth. I am a beacon of love. Know what I'm worth. I'm an angel of light, shining, shining, shining so bright. I'm worthy. Know that I am. I'm worthy. I say it every day. I'm worthy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Worthy. Worthy. I'm worthy. I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know it. Know it. Know it. Know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know it. Know it. Know it. Know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know it. Know it. Know it. Know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. I know. I know what I'm worth. I'm an angel of love. Know what I'm worth. Angel of love. Know what I'm worth. I'm an angel of the light. Shining, shining, shining so bright. I'm worthy. I say it every day. I'm worthy. I know to my core. I'm worthy. Yeah. Don't tell me I'm not enough. I'm fabulous. I serve my stuff. Claim my power for all to see. I'm the man I'm meant to be. I'm worthy.
I'm worthy,
I'm worthy.
I'm worthy,
I'm worthy. No. Know what I'm worth, I know what I'm worth, I know it, know it, know it. Know what I'm worth, I know what I'm worth, I know it, know it, know it. Know what I'm worth, I know what I'm worth. I know.
Asking you if you know what you're worth. You just told us. What's your takeaway today? Deborah has her hand up. First dibs.
Hi. I just wanted to say when you were talking about the Buddhist speaking, so there's 4 pillars of speech. One of them is be kind. Another one is it true, and another one, the last one that you missed, is it the right time to say it? Because often that's the case, right? Even though it's kind and it's true, is it the right time?
Anyone else? Anyone at home? Yeah, they might be doing the silent thing. Okay. So I'll share what the main thing I'm taking away. 2 things. Front loading a question. And when you said will it be okay with you if you don't agree? You know that question women ask? I never asked it, but does my look big in this? That would be a good way to ask. Will you be okay with it if you don't agree? And I'm taking away that the gossip you hear is more dangerous to you and your psyche than what you say. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Reverend Ann. Let's turn our attention to conscious giving. And for those who are online or seeing this program after today, you may send us an e-transfer if you feel so moved to support us to admin@unityspiritualcenter.com, and to if you write a check, make it payable to Unity Spiritual Center. And everything that we receive, you see at the beginning of the service, we give back to the community, and that which we keep helps us to bring this message continuously to the community. And let's say together our affirmation for conscious giving. Divine love that I am blesses all I give and all I receive. And do remember to like and subscribe our videos on YouTube so that we can continually be up there for everyone to see and hear our message.
Out there, even though the times are rough, there's abundance Come on in.
Wow, looks like you guys had some fun. What have you got there? Anybody want to tell me what you did today?
And masks.
Mouths and masks.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. So that's all about either being silent or speaking, right? So what's that pink thing sticking out of there? Is that your tongue? That's cute. Very good. So know that we're here to pray with you. If you have a prayer request, send it to prayer@unityspiritualcenter.com. So let's say this prayer of protection together. Do you want to read it with us, kids? The light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. And let's sing the peace song together.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that is meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my song now. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Thank you, everyone. And can I ask you kids to join me in telling everybody who's watching us online, I love you. So let's say it together. I love you. Bye for now. We'll see you next week.